No one dared to ask how she got those bruises. But when General Roth saw them, he didn't ask either. He just stood up, cold and silent, and the air around him changed. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. It was a humid morning at Fort Haven, and the mess hall buzzed with idle chatter. Soldiers laughed, mugs clinked, and for once the base felt alive. But when Sergeant Claire Mendez walked in, everything went quiet. Her right cheek was swollen, her lips split. She tried to smile, but the pain made it tremble instead. No one met her eyes. No one wanted to get involved. General Roth, seated at the far end, noticed immediately. He was a man known for discipline, not sentiment, but that morning, something inside him snapped. He saw her hesitation, the way she avoided looking at her unit commander sitting just 2 tables away. Captain Doyle, the same man who was now smirking into his coffee, pretending nothing was wrong. Roth's voice cut through the room. "Sergeant Mendez, step forward." Her boots echoed against the tiles. Every step felt heavier than the last. She stopped before him, back straight, eyes fixed ahead, a soldier's mask holding back a storm. "Who did this to you?" Roth's tone was flat, dangerous. Silence. The entire mess hall held its breath. Claire's fingers twitched at her sides. Her jaw tightened, but her lips stayed sealed. "She tripped during training, sir," Doyle said casually, rising from his seat. "Nothing serious." The general turned his gaze on him, slow and deliberate, the kind of stare that made even seasoned officers feel small. "Then why?" he said. "Do you look so nervous, Captain?" Murmurs rippled through the hall. Soldiers exchanged uneasy glances. Doyle's face paled, but he forced a laugh. "With respect, sir, I think your Roth." Slammed his hand on the table. The clang of his wedding ring against the metal was deafening. "You think I don't know a cover-up when I see one?" The room froze. Claire's throat tightened, tears burned behind her eyes. For months she had endured Doyle's temper, the verbal abuse, the threats, the shoves hidden behind closed doors. She thought reporting him would ruin her career. She thought no one would believe her. But now, someone did. Roth stood, outside, now. The soldiers followed them out into the open yard. Dust swirled in the morning light as the wind picked up. The base had fallen silent. Even the flag above them barely moved. Roth faced Doyle. "You laid hands on one of my soldiers, my people. You think your rank protects you?" Doyle's jaw clenched. "You have no proof." Then Claire did something no one expected. She lifted her sleeve. The bruises weren't just on her face. They ran up her arm, dark and cruel. She didn't say a word. She didn't have to. A low murmur spread through the soldiers watching. And then, one by one, they stepped closer. Silent, unified. It wasn't a mob. It was a statement. Roth turned to his aide. "Escort Captain Doyle to the provost's office. Effective immediately. He's relieved of duty pending investigation." As Doyle was led away, Roth turned back to Claire. His voice softened. "No soldier stands alone under my command. Do you understand?" Her lips trembled. "Yes, sir." He nodded once. "Then start healing, Sergeant. We'll take care of the rest." That day, word spread across the base like wildfire. And for the first time in years, people looked at General Roth differently, not as a hard man, but as a just one. Claire's courage had sparked something deeper, a reminder that silence is not loyalty, and that justice sometimes begins with one person daring to look closer, because courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it simply refuses to hide. And when the bruises fade, what remains is the strength that was there all along. If you believe in standing up for what's right, even when it's hard, hit subscribe and share your thoughts below. Your voice might be what gives someone else the courage to speak.